Hello again, crochet friends. Welcome to Crazy Cool Crochet. This is Sylvia. In today's project, I have designed something really different, as you will see in the upcoming photos. This is a crochet bolero shrug. So as boleros are traditionally pretty tiny, they're very short, they do not close in the front, they cover the shoulders, a little bit of the back, and it's just supposed to be more of an accessory to your outfit. And I decided to do it in a more artistic fashion. I wanted to try something different, new, unique. Crochet is an art, remember? Not a science. So let's do something different every now and again. So to that end, I used a fur yarn. The Yarntopia yarn is a number 2 because we want to keep the bolero shrug nice and light. So in addition to the yarn, we are using a crochet hook, 4.5 millimeter. You'll need a yarn needle and some scissors. Okay, friends, when all was said and done, quite honestly, I hated it. I don't like it. I really don't like it. This turned out to be what I am considering my worst project ever. Really surprised at myself that it turned out so horribly. But I went through, I was actually going to just toss it all out. And then I realized I have already done the tutorial. I've already done the videotaping. I've already put in all the work. I guess I have to put it out. Now, I'm putting it out anyway because the vast majority of people don't watch the actual tutorial. They only tune in to see what is my latest design. Okay, so since you're so curious about that, ta-da! Here it is. Oh, yeah, okay. So, please don't judge me by this design. I hope to goodness this is not your first time watching Crazy Cool Crochet, tuning in, because this is not me. This is not me. So, I do encourage you to go back to the homepage, click down below where it says Crazy Cool Crochet. That will open up the homepage. At the top of that, it shows videos. At the top, click on videos. Boom, that opens up all of my really cool designs. Okay, you've been warned. Here it is. So let's get started. For size small, you're going to start with a chain of 68, 6/8. Then you will single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then a single crochet in each chain for a total of 67 single crochets. Then you will chain 4 and turn. Now we're going to skip the very first space underneath or next to the turning chain. Right there, skip that one. Skip the next 2 stitches. And then single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3. Skip the next 2 stitches, single crochet in the next, chain 3, skip the next 2 stitches, single crochet in the next, chain 3, and continue across the row until you get to your last 3 stitches. That's the last one right there, don't miss that one. 1, 2, 3. You'll skip the last 2, single crochet into the last stitch. There's where you entered your last single crochet at the very end. Chain 4 and turn. This will be the repeat row. Single crochet into that first chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next space, chain 3, and keep going all the way to the end. You will enter your last single crochet into the last chain 3 space. Chain 4, turn, and repeat. On row 18, which is actually 17 rows of the mesh stitches, but technically this is row 18, you'll start your last single crochet in the last chain 3 space. 2 loops on the hook. Drop the current color, the current yarn, and bring in the fur yarn. Leave a tail. Complete that last single crochet with the fur yarn. Tighten up the first yarn, work 3 single crochets, and then turn. You can now cut off that original yarn and turn. Yes, it is awkward. You cannot see the stitches with the fur yarn, but you can very obviously and easily feel what you are doing. You can feel the stitches, you can feel the spaces and the holes and whatever. Your hook will know what to do. Okay? In the first chain 3 space, single crochet, chain 3, skip the next chain 3 space, single crochet in the next chain 3. Skip the next chain 3 space, single crochet in the next, chain 3, and continue that across. Skip 1, single crochet in the next, chain 3, skip 1, single crochet in the next, chain 3. At the end of the row, you would have entered your last single crochet into that last chain 3 space. You will have 2 loops on the hook. You did not complete that last single crochet because we need to bring back the original yarn. So with 2 loops on the hook, from that last single crochet, bring back your original yarn, complete that last single crochet, and chain 4. You will cut off the fur yarn, turn your work now into the first space, single crochet, chain 3. In the next space, single crochet, chain 3. In the same space, single crochet again, chain 3. So in each space, you're doing 2 single crochets and your chain 3s. Same space. Continue working to the end of the row. Enter your last single crochet into the last space of the row. Chain 4, turn, and repeat. Now single crochet in that first space, chain 3, single crochet in the next space, chain 3, and continue across. Enter a single crochet, chain 3 into each space, each chain 3 space. The panel will look skewed as you are working. Do not worry about that. Once we add more of the mesh rows, it will start to even out. Also, you've got the issue with the stretchiness of the yarn. So the stretchiness of the yarn itself also will cause the skewing. Once we are all done with the panel and we seam, everything will work out. To finish off the panel, you will continue to work the mesh for 17 mesh rows, then another fur row, another 17 mesh, another fur, and the last 17 mesh rows. At the end of the last mesh row, you will chain one, turn, and then work one last row of single crochet. So you will enter your first single crochet into the turning chain, and then 2 single crochets into the chain 3 space, 1 single crochet into the single crochet, 2 single crochets into the chain 3 space, 1 single crochet into the single crochet below, 2 single crochets in the chain 3 space, and continue that all the way to the end. When you get to the end, you will do your last 2 single crochets in the last chain 3 space, and then 1 final single crochet into the turning chain. Now, to create the armhole openings, we're going to turn the panel so that the fur rows are up and down. You want right side facing up. Now, you can determine which is the right side for this. What I did was notice that the stitches, for me this is the right side, the stitches going over the fur are not as noticeable here as on the wrong side. So you can decide whichever side looks better to you. So now we're going to fold the panel from the top to meet the bottom. And obviously I have not weaved in my ends yet, my tails. Then you're going to turn this again. Because we're going to seam right here. And then this will be your armhole opening. Now for my shrug, I needed to leave 6 inches open. So that gives me a 12-inch around opening. So I seamed for 2 inches. So you determine the size of your opening and then place a stitch marker and seam from there to there, from the edge. Okay, so I have attached my yarn. So I just went through the 2 sides, knotted it, and now I'm just going to go around and around with a whip stitch. So go through 2 stitches on each panel, from the back to the front. Okay, let's try that again. 2 stitches on each panel, from the back to the front. Bring it through. Go around the back. And just do that until you get to your stitch marker. When your edges are seamed, you're going to splay this open. So just grab it from the center, throw that up. You can see how the shrug is forming. Okay, so that's the right side. So you want to flip this over. This looks like a mess because I have not yet weaved in the ends. So this is how your shrug looks. So that's the wrong side. This is the right side. That's the fun side. This is the back, and that's where your fur shows. So now I'm going to weave in the tails. So you'll want to take the fur tails and weave it in through the fur, so it's not showing on the right side. Remember, this is the wrong side. Okay, so weave in all your tails, and then I'm going to come back around and do a little border of single crochets. Now, if you really like the fur, you can do a border of the fur. So just attach your yarn, the fur, anywhere. Go around the bottom, around the sleeve side, around the back, neck, back around the other side. For me, this is more than enough fur, so I'm going to leave it as is. And here is your completed crochet bolero shrug. Isn't it adorable? When I did my single crochet border, I only did one row. And then at the neck, I wanted to tighten it up, so I single crocheted into every other stitch. And it tightened it up a little bit. If you want, you can certainly keep going around and create a little bit larger border, entirely up to you. If you find that you prefer more coverage, then go ahead and add more rows to the border. If you really want more coverage, well, then it's not really a bolero anymore, but you can just go ahead and set of the mesh. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you come back for the next project.